To Miss Rosina for the explanation. So I will continue about the founder of Science USULFIQH. Al-Imam Muhammad bin Idris al-Shafi, as one of Islamic school founder, has codified an Islamic law, philosophical formulation that we documented in a book named Al-Risalah. The book contains a very detailed formulation of Islamic law philosophy. It involves the global and the general formula that can be become handbook for Muslims to know the law of Islam. The law disclosed by Al-Imam Ash-Shafi'i referred to Quran and Hadith. By this book, a faqih, an expert in Islamic law, can consider the conclusion and decide a religious code in accordance with Prophet's teaching. The next one is method of compiling usul fiqh proposal knowledge. After the effort and foundation stones laid by Imam Shafi on the compilation and writing of the fiqh proposal, it was later developed by other scholars by making some addition and more systematic arrangement. The form of compilation of fiqh knowledge that occurred after Imam Shafi can be divided into three forms as below. First, method of Al-Shafi'i and Al-Kalam scholars. The second one, method of Hanafi scholars. The third one, method of the later scholars. The next one is method of Al-Shafi'i and Al-Kalam scholars. The scholars of the followers of Al-Shafi'i and the scholars of Al-Kalam compile the proposal of usul fiqh by making a method based on the text or setting the method supported by the proposition. They leave the method contrary to the proposition without taking into account the alignment of the method they take with the problem of usul fiqh taken from the imam of the method they set in similar or not with the method prescribed by their imam. Therefore, the scholars of Al-Kalam and the followers of Al-Shafi do not state in their books or usul fiqh about the problem of fiqh which is included in the method, except just to give an explanation. Among the example of the inequality of the method, they said the method prescribed by the imam in about the argument of Ijma' Sukuti al-Hamadi, which said al-Shafi stipulates in his book Al-Ikham fi Usul al-Hakum that Ijma' Sukuti can be used as an argument. While Al-Imam Shafi'i think otherwise, in the other case as well, they update the reinforced method with proposition or common sense logic. In such of circumstance, they devise any method that is an appropriate to the dalil, nak, and akli. This method was followed by most of Al-Shafi scholars such as Imam Al-Ghazali. Among The book or usul fiqh that are considered as the basis compiled according to the method of scholars Al-Kalam and Al-Shafi are first, Al-Burhan by Imam Al-Haramain, Abdul Al-Malik bin Abdullah Al-Juwani. Second one, Al-Mustafa min Ilm, Al-Usul by Imam Al-Ghazali. The third one, Al-Akham fi Usul Al-Hakam by Saifuddin Al-Amidi. In summary, the compilation of Usul Fiqh proposal for the method was pioneered by the scholars of the Al-Shafi'i school. The way it is arranged is by making a method based on the text, compile any method in accordance with the proportion Nakli and Akli, and also insulating the problem of fiqh with the proposal of fiqh in their writing. Okay, so for the next explanation, I will let my friend Rosmawati to explain it to you. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you Izwan for the presentation about the founder of Science USULFIQH. My name is Rosmawati. I will continue. The third is method of Hanafi scholars. Apart from the Mutakallimin stream, the writing of usul knowledge after the date of Imam Al-Shafi'i is also divided into a stream known as the Hanafiyah or Fuqaha stream. This stream is called the Hanafiyah stream or the Fuqaha stream because its pioneers consisted of fiqh members, especially those of the Hanafi section. Among other, Hanafiyah scholars compiled the book or Usul Fiqh by setting the method based on Zan, or strong suspicion that the Imam on their school and adhere to method in their ijtihad about the fiqh problem. In other context, the method used by Hanafiya scholars in making the method of usul fiqh is to be guided and based on the furu taken from their Imam, and those rules must be sufficient for all furu. Among the book of Usul Fiqh that is considered as the basis compiled according to the method of Hanafiyah are first Usul Al-Karki, second Al-Usul Al-Jasas, third Tasis Al-Nazar. The fourth is the ultimate ulama method. The way modern scholars compile the book Usul Fiqh is by combining the method of compilation done by scholars of Al-Shafi'i and Al-Kalam together with the Hanafi scholars, that is by setting the method of proposal and bring evidence and implemented or incorporated the method of proposal on the problem of Usul Fiqh are also being associated by such problem. Among the book Usul Fiqh that are considered as the basic compile according to the method of modern scholars are first book Kitab Al-Badri Al-Nizam, second book Jam Al-Jawani. Lastly, the latest method is apart the three way the method, this is another method, namely the method of usul fiqh is combined by the maqasid syariah. Among the scholars compiling this book is Abu Ishaq Ibrahim bin Musa al-Lakhami al-Shatibi. His book is named Al-Muwafiqat fi Usul al-Ahkam. While scholars before him only emphasized in presenting ideas without any expansion or specific discussion. Al-Imam Al-Shatibi, on the other hand, detailed the field of maqasid syariah comprehensively, structured and systematic. In his book, All of Muwafakat, Al-Shatibi used several different terminologies for this field of knowledge, which are Maqasid al-Shari'ah, Al-Maqsad al-Shari'i, and Qasd al-Shari'. All of these have similar and same meaning. In that, Al-Imam Al-Shatibi has greatly contributed in the field of knowledge, which explain the main purpose and objective of Islamic Sharia.
Thank you all my teammates for the presentation. My name is Suzaila Hani Zakaria, matrix number 266380. I will present about conclusion. In conclusion, the sign of Usul Fiqh is a sign that describes the method used by the Mujtahid Imams in determining the Islamic law from the text. Based on the text, they take the God who is the basis of law and look for maslahah, which is the purpose of Sharia law, which is explained and indicated by the Quran and Sunnah. The science of fiqh also mean a group of methodological methods that explain to a mujtahid how to take the law from Islamic proposition. That method can be lafziyah as a pronunciation of a certain meaning and can be ma'nawiyah such as taking a god from text and the most appropriate way to determine it. So it is clear that the science of jurisprudence is the right guide to understand the legal text, where the knowledge itself is very deep and can be a method for a lawyer in addition to being able to train and develop his skill in legal administration. That's all from our group. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.